So what are we applying here?
We are applying the twist defining cream.
Just defining
The
cream.
As I Am twist defining cream. To define your twists and to lock those bantu knots and give that silky finish. Right over here.
Yep.
Can you see it? Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like jelly,
You can feel the
creamy.
consistency.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it stays in your hair,
That's painful.
moisturizes it, extends the shine, and it also lasts, like the curls last. So something I saw the last time when I was doing a Bantu knots video, when I was taking out the Bantu knots, they were very springy. And normally when you're taking out a natural hairstyle, if you handle it too harshly, then it almost like you lose that texture, you know. But with the As I Am twist defining cream, the texture stays no matter how much. So I'm twisting them first, as you can see, and then after twisting them, I'm going to create that Bantu knot for texture, wave, and definition, and for length as well. See how long her hair is. So cool. Madoni's hair is like super long. So her Bantu knots are, your Bantu knots are probably gonna like fall right here.
Oh,
hey?
that's gonna be so nice. I can't wait.
Because I did them on a shorter texture, on a shorter length of hair, right? The hairstyle I'm doing on you, actually I did it the last time on, thanks Vicky. I did them on a shorter length of hair, like half your length, and some of her hair and her knots were sitting on the front.
Wow.
So what's the difference is that I've blow dried
My hair.
blow dried her hair
Yeah.
first, you know. Let me let's not say blow dried, but stretch dried
Yeah,
it, because there's
yeah.
still texture in it. You can see there's waves and there's
Yeah.
curls in it. You see it's not straight. It's not damaged, it's just stretched.
I'm gonna lay the edges.
Girl, we're gonna lay those edges, okay? We'll use the smoothing gel.
Okay.
Hopefully it will lay your edges. The reason I'm saying hopefully is because the smoothing gel is a lightweight gel.
There's no guarantee, but
Yeah, there's no guarantee, because the kinkier your curls are, you need a more fast hold.
yeah.
And we have a product from that would give you a more fast hold from the long locks range.
Yeah.
And what we are working with today is exclusively the core As I Am range. Okay, so see, I'm pushing some of the product down to the ends instead of applying new product, because I'm trying to avoid build-up.
Okay.
Yeah, because also that's one of the things that will make your Bantu knots not to be well defined if there's too much product in them,
Okay.
because then they're going to be heavy with product build-up and flaking. Right, so trick one of my special tricks. There's still some product in there if you look at it.
There
Can
we
you
go.
see?
Okay.
Right, so what you want to do is use the hair that you haven't twisted yet, just to absorb the product so it's not wasted, because it's such a valuable product you bought. You don't want to just waste it, you know. And then you take some of that, because you can see some product over there also on the twist. You just squeeze it out using that hair that hasn't been twisted yet, and it absorbs it and eats it up like food. Lovely. So make sure that your Bantu knot is not twisted too tight. If you twist your Bantu knot too tight, right, then
Let's see you. There we go.
hey. So if you twist your Bantu knot too tight, right, and if you twist your twist too tight as well, you'll know, because your twist won't be able to move like this. And you see, your twist knot is able to move to know that you've done it correctly.
Yeah.
And if you twist your Bantu knot too tight at the knot, just bring it down to you.
Okay.
Okay. If you twist your Bantu knot too tight as well over there, then you're stretching it out too much, and then you won't get the definition. So what you want to do rather is to just,
Is it facing properly?
yes.
Okay.
So what you want to do rather is to just
There. Is that
twist it, right?
Okay.
Right here. You twist so it locks, literally just locks. Once you've got it locked, you lift it, and then you just go over it without pulling, without twisting anymore. You just go over it. No pulling, no stretching, no twisting. You just go over it. Then you retain that texture that you created with your twist out.
Now you know.
I'm mentioning this because one of the girls today was saying that she does Bantu knots and she twists them out, and when she takes them out they just wavy. They don't have that kink and that coil that I get and the definition that I get. And technique is just simple little things that we sometimes miss out on. Or just overthinking ahead. Let's make it tight, let's make sure it doesn't come out. You're gonna take it out, so it's okay. You don't have to make sure it doesn't come out. Just lock it well at the bottom. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And work your product in. Work that product in. Don't twist a Bantu knot if the product has not been worked in. When you know your product has been worked in, the hair must almost like coil up. Okay. Then you know it's in there. You see.
Yeah, I can see.
You see.
It's better from the camera.
Exactly. So if it doesn't coil up, it means your hair's not ready to be twisted yet. Work it in until you get the texture out of it. Okay. Then you'll get the definition.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so you lock at the bottom like so. And then the rest of it is just smoothing and twisting and smoothing and twisting. Alright? So you don't want to get a stiff twist. So can you see here I didn't put a lot of product?
Yeah, it was.
There isn't a lot moving down, right?
Yeah.
Then you can just pinch a little bit to make sure that your ends, because that's tricky as well. If your ends are not twisted well, then when you open your Bantu knot, it will have two textures. That's what creates that frizz.
Okay.
Okay. And then wait for them to dry.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to wait maybe like a day or something for them to dry.
A day?
Yeah.
Wow.
A day. That's the shortest amount of time you can actually spend. Some textures, if you've got like thick hair, so for you it's because you've got medium textured hair, but if you've got thick textured hair, you have to like wait a day and a half.
Okay.
So particularly because the knot is closed, so all the moisture gets locked in.
Okay.
And when the moisture gets locked in, it's difficult for the hair to dry.
Yeah.
It retains moisture, so it's actually a good moisture treatment for your hair, because your hair gets enough time to absorb as much moisture and at a slow pace as it possibly can.
Yeah.
So you can look at it in two ways, that this is a moisture treatment for my hair, and it's also time to style it as well. You know?
Yeah.
So make them nice and pretty so that you're not feeling a little shy about wearing them out.
True.
Yeah, and it also helps if you make them nice and pretty, then you make sure you get all the strands in. When you get all those strands in, then you won't get frizz.
Yeah. Okay. I asked the question, how do you sleep in Bantu knots?
Okay, so you just wear a silk scarf, one. That's it, nothing else. There's no admin.
So it's not gonna like.
It might. If it does, you just hook it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't lose shape. You just hook it back in.
Okay.
Don't overthink it. Once again, put back in, not overthinking.
Yeah.
Okay, just get it done the right way. When you've got it done the right way, then you've got everything in check. Yeah.
Now you know.
Are they tight?
No.
So back to what I was saying about not tightening them. If they're tight, then you know that you pulled your Bantu knot too tight.
Okay.
These are the little signs to look out for, to say, okay, how do I know I did my hair right? You know, how do I know it's wrong? If it's tight, if it's sore, if your scalp is hot, it's too tight. Okay, it's not supposed to hurt. It's just a hairstyle. Okay. Yeah. How long does it last? If you're lucky, it'll last you a week. If you're lucky.
The Bantu knot.
Yeah. The curl.
So how do you sleep with the curl?
That's a good question. If you're lucky, I don't even know how you'd sleep in it, honestly. But what I do know is that curls can last on healthy hair.
Do you twist them like?
You don't twist them. You just wear a silk bonnet, anything that's not flat, and then when you refresh them, you would pinch.
So you mean not a silk scarf?
Yes. A silk scarf, you'd wear a silk scarf.
Okay.
And then when you're refreshing them, you would pinch them out. So you literally like pinch it out. You don't use a comb and you don't use all your fingers. You just pinch it out because they're very they're more sensitive. They lose curl very easily. Yeah. And then if they're too flat, you just get a wide tooth comb like this one right here. Just lift it
at the bottom.
At the bottom, you know, tease it and then You pinch it again, little fingers,
Okay.
fingers. And then you'd want to use like a shine spray, maybe just to lift the spray, the shine all over again.
Yeah.
But again, with As I Am, the shine lasts.
Okay.
They might not need to lift the shine.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I'll be walking out in this.